Sega Saturn.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. So this video here, we're looking at the latest version of the Sega Saturn core, the latest update that was received on the 10th of January 2024 by SRG 320. So yesterday I did a video where we ran the same update, but we ran the single RAM version of the core. This time I'm running the dual RAM version of the core on my dual RAM setup. The MiSTer that I got as part of my sponsorship deal for my weekly Saturday news show from MiSTer Add-ons. So MiSTer Add-ons, love you man, love the dual RAM setup. So anyway guys, it's going to be in exactly the same order. The first game we're looking at here, let me just bring up my menu, is Salamander Deluxe Pack Plus and Salamander 2. And then we're going to go for all these games over here. So I'll just flick through them. If you saw yesterday's video, you'll see all of them. There's 20 games in this folder, and we're going to go through all 20 of them. And you know what, I'm going to be honest here, I don't expect to see much difference. The single RAM version is so darn good. Like, and maybe we'll find something, right? But let's see. That's why we're doing this video. So this is going to be a long video. There's going to be minimal editing. Hopefully there'll be no editing. I can just do it in one big blast. But yeah, feel free to kind of flick through the games. Yeah, the 20 games, they're going to be in order alphabetically on the list that was just shown up. But let's go and try Salamander 2. This is a fantastic game, guys, right? Always say it, love these horizontal shmups from Konami, the Gradius, Nemesis, Life Force, Salamander. Chucking a bit of Proteus in there, man. It's absolutely awesome. Absolutely love it, guys. Like, love it. And guys, this game is wicked. I don't think I played this before. I don't think I played Salamander 2. Up until I done, you know, the video yesterday. Well, actually, I filmed them on the same day, but I'm releasing them a day apart. You know, so you've got a bit of time to digest it. But guys, this is wicked. It's just, look how good it runs, right? Okay, so you know what? There's no difference, right? I can't notice any difference. If anyone is really hardcore out there and you want to check, you can always run the videos side by side. I'm not sure if the amount or the amount of time I play the games for is going to be different. But you know, you can see it, but it looks absolutely fine. So you know, I thought I'd do this because, well, I like playing Saturn. I like doing like these kind of play videos that I'm doing, and yeah, why not? I mean, I've got both the MiSTers, so why not do two? And you know, maybe we'll find something a little bit weird in these videos. We'll find that something a little bit off, maybe something that works better or doesn't work as good on dual RAM. So who knows? I mean, I remember there being instances of particular games not running as well on dual RAM, funnily enough, where you know a single RAM setup had the advantage. So yeah, awesome stuff, man. Absolutely love it. And this is a great game, man. Saturn, great 2D powerhouse. There's decent 3D games on there as well, man. But some of the 2D stuff and some of the racing game is awesome. But yeah, here we go. Let's load the next one. So let's go right to the top. Bubble Symphony. Now this game's been running perfect for a while, but I like putting it on there, man. I'm a big Bubble fan. Absolutely love it to bits. And this is a fantastic game, and you know, until we get that F3 implementation, you know, this is the best way to play, at least as far as I'm concerned. Now remember, when you boot a game and it doesn't go into it, just do a reset here. Sometimes it takes like, yeah, I don't know, one occasion or another occasion, and the game will boot up. I'm not sure if pressing start during this kind of splash BIOS screen actually helps, but maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I really don't know. All I know is the reset kind of works, and it works for me. So I won't blast this one too long. We'll just get into the game. I mean, what will be interesting is to see if stuff that worked on like the single RAM video doesn't work here. I don't think this game is going to give me any issues, but you never know. We may find something, right? So I'm going to try and create everything exactly the same. If there's a game where you pick characters, I'll try and pick the same characters, of course, unless I forget, which is very, very likely because my memory is like a sieve. Everything just falls through. And guys, I'll say it again, man, it's a fantastic game. I prefer this. Like, I don't have a major problem with emulation. I use it all the time. In fact, I was playing Shadow Dancer last night on emulation. But I do believe that this is the best way of currently playing this game, unless you have, you know, the F3 hardware, which I definitely don't. I mean, I haven't got that much stuff, but my space is just jamming up. Right. Let's now move over to the next one, which is Castlevania Symphony. Now, that's actually interesting. Let me check one thing here. Oh, I have got, okay, so I've got the 4 megabyte of RAM. I don't think, maybe, I can't remember now. The single SD RAM video, maybe I didn't, I had to turn the 4 megabyte version on for one of like the Marvel fighting games that I know requires it. So I can't remember if I used it on this one or not, but the game ran anyway. And guys, this is fantastic. Like play this. If you're going to play Symphony of the Night, play it. The biggest criticism of this is I can't play it with Saturn controls, man. I just find it really difficult. I'm used to the 4 PlayStation buttons. I don't like the way the buttons are placed in this, but that's just me because, you know, if I grew up playing this on the Saturn, this is the way I would have liked it. But I grew up playing it on the PlayStation, so I like the PlayStation layout for this game. Even if I'm playing it on the Saturn, I'm gonna go get myself like I'm going to get myself a PlayStation style controller, right? And that's what I'm going to play it on because that's just what I'm going to do. Oh, okay, I didn't actually. All right, I thought I might have had a save on here because I did do a video on this when it came out, or maybe a week after it came out. I was quite busy, so I've kind of picked Alucard in the other video as well. So let's go Alucard and we'll do the fight with Richter. I don't say Richter anymore. So let's get into the game, guys. This is just such an epic game, man. Like, you have to play this. If you've got your MiSTer, you haven't played Castlevania Symphony of the Night before, play this version. This may well be the definitive one. It's just so awesome, man. Oops. There we go. All right, trying to do the jumps. Yeah, what a game, man. Like, what a game. I've like started this so many times. Haven't finished it so many times, but I've definitely started it a whole bunch of times. Like, let's skip that monologue. Right, hopefully I can remember where the magic button is. Let's grab that holy water and do the special. Love this fight. I think this is one of the best introductions to the game. So, okay, it's that one. Right. Okay. Awesome, and this is running fantastically well. Absolutely no difference in the two. So single RAM, dual RAM, whatever, man. It just runs. It runs really well. There's slowdowns in this, but I imagine the slowdowns would be on real hardware as well. So okay, let's now do the next game, all right? We've killed Dracula for now. He'll be back. Okay, Darius Gaiden is the next one. So remember, this is in exactly the same order as the other video. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys aren't going to find this entertaining. I've kind of done this more for my curiosity. I just wanted to see I'm going to find any differences. And I think we've done 3 games now, and there's been no differences. And to be honest, I'll be surprised if we get any. But you know what? Unless I try it, we're not going to find it. And this is a real-time video. I don't have to pop out for a parents' evening or anything. My kids are downstairs. My boys have got like their new laptop set up. I tried to get like another PC in there that I got from work, but it didn't work. So they've got my old laptop. They're smashing laptop split screen. It's nice to see them play in that kind of corner of the house. And you know, they're little, so I've got a couple of little guys. It's really cool. So this is Darius Gaiden. And you know what, guys? I'm not really noticing any differences here. It's just playing, right? It just works. This is a good game, man. The controls very different. The way your ship feels is very different to like Gradius or some of the other 2D shmups that I've played or I'm used to. There's another one I really like called UN Squadron. We know it as. Maybe Area 88 was like the Japanese name. And that's really good. It's really tough as well. And that's by Capcom. Possibly on CPS1. I used to play it on the SNES, man. Could never ever finish it. It was a tough game. Great game in the arcade as well. Especially, you know, when you buy your power-ups and everything. Fantastic. Right. Shall we move on to the next one? This is running really well. Really well. No differences. Yeah, no, I haven't spotted any differences yet. If obviously you spot any and I haven't spotted any, definitely let me know in the comments below. But yeah, like I said, I expect everything to be very similar. Right, Daytona. What really be interesting with Daytona is if we don't get low sound with it, man. Like, that's one thing. It'll be amazing once we get. I mean, it's not a biggie. You can just turn your sound up, but just remember to turn your sound down when you launch the next game, or if not, your speakers are going to be blasting, guys. Right, let's do this. Daytona does have a little bit of a black screen, and you know, I'm not editing stuff out. So usually if I would do a video and it'd be like maybe, anything between 8 to 20 minutes for a video of this style when a new core comes out. And oops, so what I will do is I would edit it out, but then a lot of times I'll just edit out like the black screens and the now loading screens, just to make your kind of viewing experience better. But this one here, it's like you're sitting next to me, but you can't talk or interact with me in real time, like unlike a live stream. But what you can do, why can't I? Okay, right, okay. Hopefully I'll get the right button this time. Okay, wicked. See, it tells me C down there, man. What's wrong with me? Maybe I should get some rest. Actually, I don't need rest. I'm actually fully rested, man. I'm charged. I slept till late today. I'm back at work tomorrow. So today I slept late. I'm good. I'm feeling good. Hopefully I'll go to bed early and maybe get some sleep. Right. Always forget because did I hit the brake button? Nope. Okay, I did. What's the accelerate button here, man? Okay, it's the C button. Sorry about that, guys. Like one of the other ones, like the accelerate button is B, and it always just confuses me. And I just played it earlier, so I couldn't remember. So C is accelerate on Daytona USA. Note to self, right? The sound's still lower in this, but man, does it feel good to play. I mean, it's like I'm in the arcade playing this, man. It's been a long time since I've played the arcade version, so I don't know what the differences are. But it does look really, really good. And obviously in the arcade there was a nice CRT with those natural scan lines that a CRT has. We're running this without any effects here, and this is definitely one of those games. I mean, 3D definitely hasn't aged as well as 2D, but I feel like this is one of the games that still looks good if you've got, if you're running it on a CRT, or if you've got like the right kind of visual filters on there. But yeah, Daytona's rocking. A bad start where, don't be like me, don't start a race by braking, start it by accelerating. Do your homework. And now let's just run. Okay, Densetsu no Org Battle, the English translation. If this is something you wanted to play, it worked on the single SD-RAM version. No reason why it shouldn't work here. Bang, we're in there. Now, I might not be able to go into games for this. I'm definitely going to pick easy mode. Definitely. Okay, so there's a big message here. Yeah, so the translation, if someone's selling it, it's a bit dodgy and they're profiting on it, it's supposed to be free, right? This is stuff made by the community for, members of the community. So it's nice. It's really nice to see translations of games, man. Like there's some games, like who remembers the time? And I've definitely mentioned this a few times before with translations. Remember like back in the 90s, right? Where you would go out to like a shop and all the import games were there. You don't have that anymore. Now you just look at stuff online. It kind of sucks. It was nice to go to, even if you didn't have the money, it was nice to go to the shop. You pick up boxes and there'll be shops selling import games. They'd have everything. They'd have the RPGs. They'd have like the action games, so you'd be looking at them, and you know what, guys, they would just look so darn good. And like some of those games are getting translated now, and it just looks so good. You're just like, wow, like what an amazing time to be alive, right? Like it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see all this stuff. There's some games that I definitely wanted to play, like the Samurai Showdown RPG that was translated recently. Like absolutely awesome, like the Neo Geo version. So just great stuff. Like there's a lot of translation stuff happening out there. Absolutely brilliant, and but yeah, going back to the times, going to those shops, man, it was amazing. Like checking out all those import games, that they just look so good. It was like a magical time, a magical experience. I say that with a wizard in front of me. Right, let's now move on to the next one. So this is one of the games that let me just bring up this little slide here. So this is there's a couple of games that SRG320 mentioned in his notes. The first one we looked at Salamander, the Lux Pack Plus and Salamander 2 in particular, and the second game he mentioned was Digital Pinball Necronomicon. Right, okay, so let's get rid of that. Oops. Okay, here we go. And let's run that game. So those are the two games that were mentioned in the notes. And I play pinball. I don't play too many pinball games. There's nothing. I don't dislike the games. I just don't play them that much. But when I do play them, yeah, there's fun to be had. And this one here, it feels good. As soon as I kind of turn it on and everything, it feels, the physics are good, the look is good, the table looks good. Everything about this game, yeah, it looks really, really good, guys. Right, this video might be shorter than the other one. The first one I probably spent a bit more time on, but hey, you never know. I think the first video was like nearly 50 minutes long. So if you did watch that, well done, because you know what, when I rewatch my videos, I can never sit through an entire one. I do put them on sometimes just to see, you know, how badly, how epic, how much of an epic failure did I actually commit. And I do find stuff, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys, anyone watching with a YouTube channel, when you watch your own stuff, how does it feel? I mean, I don't like to watch it that much, right? I mean, there's other channels that I like watching. I watch like Video Game Esoterica stuff, but he puts out a lot of content, a lot more than me even, and I put out a lot of content. So I kind of pick and choose his videos, and I do like watching his videos, man. I do learn stuff on there, right? And you know, he's a knowledgeable guy. Yeah, there's quite a few channels that I watch, man. Nico Clem is awesome. Who else? Ham Solo Plays, Funky Coach Ice, just for like the gameplay. Sometimes they play like really interesting games. There's a whole bunch of good channels out there that I like watching. I just don't really watch Marwan too hard, man. Apart from like reviewing purposes, or I often watch stuff during editing, but these videos, to be honest, like once I recorded them, they just kind of went straight out. I just added the intro, the outro, and whatever other little bits I needed in there, but they were raw in there. So often if I make a mistake, I can kind of find it and edit it out. But any words, anything, any sentence I've strung out and I've made a mistake on, yeah, I'm just, hey man, Tupac is alive, right? Am I the only one seeing Tupac on this table? Tupac is here, man. Tupac is in this pinball game. All right, let's go to the next one. Elevator action, absolutely banging. So I remember this kind of doing like the first kind of level, like the sound kind of got destroyed, and I remember there being issues with the game. It ran perfectly fine, and then when you kind of finish the stage, or you know, when the building kind of blows up, even the sound went funny. That there was maybe some graphical glitches that was resolved on the single SD-RAM. But man, so far everything's on par. There's no advantage at this point in this video. There is absolutely no advantage in having a dual RAM setup. Now, the only thing I can think for dual RAM at the moment is obviously this core, and the other thing I can think of is like the Alpha Midway Y unit core that Pramod has released. So at the moment, the two games that work on that are Smash TV and Total Carnage. Oh, actually, let's try and stick it the same, pick the same character, right? So, but they don't have any sound at the moment. Pramod said he's going to try and get sound working on this, so hopefully he can. But if those are games that you played in the arcade and those were like what you got your MiSTer for and that's what you want, then dual RAM might be an option for you. But it might be worth waiting to see if Pramod actually implements sound onto that. You know, like nothing comes until it comes, right? That's what she said. Right, so nothing comes until it comes. So hopefully we'll get sound. I'm pretty sure Pramod is going to do it, but I can't speak for Pramod, right? He might decide not to do it. It may never come. You know, we've got them without sound at the moment, and you know, as much as I like the game, I definitely feel like the game not having sound, yeah, it would be better with sound, right? Even though I'm not one of those people that plays games with loud sounds, I definitely like the sound there though. Like even now, like my sound's really not that loud. I've never been one for loud sounds. Like sometimes when we play Street Fighter with the boys, they're like, can you turn it up? And I find it like really, really loud. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the loud sound. Tried to jump through that. I like the loud sound in the arcade. You know, when you get in the arcade and you've got everything going. And let me know about this, right? As much as I like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, I think it's a fantastic game, and I play it a lot. It's one of them competitive fighters, right? I always preferred the sound for CPS1 games. It was just something, you know, when you heard the CPS1 sounds, oops, sorry, I'm thinking about CPS1 there too much, right? So when you hear the CPS1 sound, it sounds like you're getting whacked, doosh, doosh, doosh. And in CPS2, that same sound just, it became a lot lighter. And I like that heavy kind of punch that CPS1, yeah, that CPS1. Ooh, okay, let's go across there. Nope, just shoot you. And hopefully this is the end of the level, and we're going to keep an eye on the sound, okay? And I'm kind of watching the sound visually, like I'm looking at the visual bars of it, and I'm going to see if it goes down. But I remember previously when this first started working, this is where the game kind of went funny. Graphics, sound, something, but it seems to be holding. Sounds are good. Again, absolutely superb to have this. Love it. Can't wait for like arcade releases of this. It'll be bad boy, man. Absolutely bad boy. Okay, so I need to go up there. Let's try the next game now. Okay. Oh, okay. So in from there, out from there. No worries. That's kind of it. But this is running well. No crashes like before. Now Guardian Force. So let's check this out. And also guys, if you've got recommendations for games, what I might do is I might do a live stream, but it won't be till like next weekend now. I've got quite a lot of solid work ahead of me, and there's there's a lot of changes at work, but obviously I'm not going to discuss my work too much in here. We've got a social media policy and I'm not really allowed to discuss too much about it, but there are some changes. You know, whether it's going to be something positive or negative, I really don't know, but we will kind of find out. So I'm kind of busy up until next weekend, and I've got some stuff to do as well. But guys, this game is wicked. Like, I played it for the first time earlier, absolutely love it. Just love the fact it's a shmup, right? Your B button fires up, and then you've also got another fire. Look, you can rotate it with A and C. So A, you know, rotating it to the left or counterclockwise, and C, rotating it clockwise. Guys, this game just feels, it just feels natural. Like when you play it, if you like shmups, you're gonna like this. It's a nice twist on it. And you know, like some games with, there's additional mechanics. I can't remember which one it is. It's a Capcom fighter. You know, the one where you've got a button and the fire rotates around you? I'm not a big fan of that game. You know, it's not a bad game by any means or anything. I just can't get my head around that rotation thing without actually, if I had a rotational controller, I would have been all right with it. I don't have a rotational controller for it, so I find that extremely difficult. This one, you know, I'm not saying you like great gameplay, but guys, it's you can get used to it. You can get used to it fairly easy, you know. The right button rotates it right, the left button rotates it left. It just works. And honestly, like of doing this video, this is a new game that I found. I can't remember what else is in there. Like I said, I got bad memory, but I absolutely love this game. This is just such a good game. My only regret about this game is why did I not find this sooner? And I need to remember what it's called, so maybe I need to take a note of it. Right, let's go over to the next game, but definitely try out Guardian Force, man. It's fantastic. Right, House of the Dead. This is a popular game, guys. Like it. I really like House of the Dead 2 on the Dreamcast, man. I remember when the Dreamcast came out, but the guns and had like the official gun, and there were these Mad Catz gun that were considered to be better. They were considered to be better. I don't know if they actually were or not, but I remember having the Mad Catz guns. I don't have that stuff anymore, man. And I miss House of the Dead. It's the kind of game you can put on. In fact, my CRT's in my shed. I don't even have a CRT handy, but it would be nice. Maybe at some point I'll look into that Sindel gun. I kind of hear mixed stuff about it. Some people say it's excellent, some people say it's not great, but maybe it's something I just need to kind of research for myself. But I think it'll be fun because I took my kids to the arcade. I took them there last week to the bowling alley. It's a bowling alley with arcade machines. Unfortunately, like it's not that great now, but the kids, they had a fantastic time on it, right? They were like, they played like Cruising Blast or whatever one it was. I don't know if it's the one on the Switch or a different one. But yeah, they absolutely loved it in there. Then there was like a game called Superbike 3. I really wish if Superbike 3 was out for like a home console like the Switch or even or the PC or something. And I'm a PC guy now. My kids are turning into PC people as well. PC, MiSTer, Analog Pocket. That's pretty much me, and the Switch a little bit as well. But there was a game called Superbike 3, a bike game, and they both played that. They loved it. Then they had like other gun games in there. But I find the gun games now, they're like Wii style games when I go to the arcade. But when you're aiming, you could like, it's like this. You can see your crosshair on the screen, and you're kind of, when you're aiming, you're looking at the crosshair to see where you are. Whereas when we played them, you know, on the old CRTs, you aimed the gun in and you shot stuff, you know, that you looked at. You didn't have this crosshair on here now like we're seeing now. But you know what, it was still fun to go to the arcade. I'm actually going to go there. Right, what's today? I'm filming this on a Thursday to be released on a Friday. So next weekend, not this coming weekend, I'm going to take them there as well. They've got Super Street Fighter, not Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and they've got Mortal Kombat there, but the emulation it's terrible, man. And the screen they use is laggy, the colors look washed up. It's terrible. I actually put a credit in there, it's £1 a credit. I put a credit in there to play it, you know, hoping that someone would come like the old days and challenge me. It's like, instead of like a Japanese style stick, it's a US style stick, but the stick's actually okay. Like, I can feel like it's a square gate in there, it's 8-way, and it works. Like, everything clicks, it works. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Let me load the next game now, Hyper Duel. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting to the arcade, but you know, like, even though it was like an emulated version on a LCD screen, it looked terrible. It looked like it'd been oil painted or something. But yeah, when I played it, I was hoping someone would come around. You know, there was other parents in there. They were playing like pool. My kids went in there for air hockey initially, but they loved the arcade games. So yeah, I'm gonna take them there, man. But I was hoping, even on that version, someone would come around and challenge. And I picked Sagat. Sorry, it was Super, wasn't it? So I didn't need to pick old Sagat. Sagat in Super is old Sagat. It's only Super Turbos. Maybe it was it Super Turbo? I can't even remember now. I'll have to. Man, what a bad memory. Right. Okay. So, right. Let's do this. Let's check this out again. And this is Hyper Duel. Right. Okay. Don't know much about this game, but I did play it earlier a little bit. Yeah, this is a banger, man. What a shmup. Right, I picked her last time. So I'm going to change characters a little bit. Only on the games that maybe crashed, like Marvel Superheroes was alright. X-Men versus Street Fighter crashed. I'll try and pick like the same one. Guys, seriously, there's some good shmups on this machine. And I just ran straight into a bullet. Right, let's get the P, let's get the B, let's get the P. Right, what I do like is, okay, so that's that. I turn into a robot. Okay, there's different. Oh, here we go. Look at that, man. You can turn into a robot. And I guess as far as shmups go, it is really like melee fire, right? But let's go back into the ship. I mean, how good is that? Wow. This is really good. If you hold down like the button that turns you into a robot while firing, you get out those pods. I mean, guys, this is. Oh, I'm losing my health doing that. Wow. We're losing the power there. Yeah, this is a great game, man. Again, 2D powerhouse, great games. So how many games have we tested so far, right? So let's go back. So Hyper Duel, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, including Salamander. So we're almost halfway through. This is the 10th game now, and so far, 0 differences. Like zilch, 0. Everything is exactly the same. It is just yeah, absolute banger, man, absolute banger. So let's see, sorry, bad memory. Right, Lincoln Liver Story. Right, this didn't. Oh, okay, guys, we're onto something. This game didn't boot on the single SD-ROM. I just got a black screen. I gave it the reset, and yeah, it didn't work. So here we go. We have got something. The first difference. So we've done 9 games. This is the 10th one, and we've got difference. This is now booting on dual RAM. So. For anyone, oh, did it work? Oh man, okay. I have to go back to that video. I forgot. I showed earlier. I'm pretty sure this was the black screen one. It was a game with a black screen. No. Sorry. No, I take that back. This may not have been it. We'll come along that in a bit. Right. Okay. This is the one. This is the one where I couldn't kind of get into the game. So we kind of looked at the graphics. So hopefully we can. Oh, sorry about that, guys. If you, I got a little bit excited there, right? Oh, hold on. Did it get to the black bit over here? Maybe I am right. Maybe it's going to crash in the same part. No. Okay, so we did see this on here. Man, I just done a video earlier. Why is my memory so bad, man? I'm doing all this stuff. I think it's too much gaming, right? So, but then what happened, it kind of took me back to the title screen again. Maybe I kind of exited, or I can't remember what happened. But really want to start this game. This game works. So actually, the thumbnail to the single RAM video, I used that image right there. So the images often I try and use in my thumbnails are actually from the core itself, rather than, you know, doing a random search or anything like that. I try and get images of the game. So guys, apologies, I got excited there. This game did work on, or I did get to the same parts that you're seeing now on the single SD-RAM version. So I'm going to be like Link, and I'm going to pop out my flower bed, and am I like a little fairy? Let's have a look. Okay, cool. Okay, we're moving around. So guys, this works on both, but this is going to be, what is this, an RPG or something? I don't really know much about this game. Okay, yeah, definitely looks like it's one of those long games. But guys, this works. This worked on the single SD-RAM, but I didn't get into the game. I somehow exited the game. I don't know what I did. Okay, but this looks interesting. Like the graphics for this, man, and it's likely a decent game. I just don't know much about it. Haha, Barrel, yo, PCN, late for today's training. Always late. Actually, no, I'm a sucker for timekeeping. Right, let's go Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter now. And in this game, so this was one that I'm sure used to crash on previous versions. It worked on the single SD-RAM version, and in... I expect it to work on the dual RAM as well, but let's see. So far, everything's been pretty uniform, right? I mean, I got excited there thinking a game that didn't work worked, but you know, I'm new to a lot of these games, so I don't know them. Like, for example, I would remember what happened on Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter because I know the game, and then you know, I like the Street Fighter games, so I do kind of keep up a little bit to some extent. Even though I've always said I've never really, I've never really played the versus games. So who did I pick? Oh, so I must have picked Chun-Li. Yeah, no, Chun-Li was beating me up. So maybe I picked Ryu. And I picked this dude here. And that guy just cracks me up, right? I mean, look at him. Absolutely brilliant. So I don't actually know if that, I don't know this game well enough, right? Like I said, the versus games, apart from Capcom versus, like the superhero versus games with Street Fighter stuff, I don't really know much about them. So yeah, I don't know if this character's in the arcade or not, if this is a Saturn exclusive. I have no idea. Likely is, but I don't want to say because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, just I just want to do one super and then we're out of here. They've got Dragon Punch. Right. Okay, trying to do it here. Okay, no, but he got me. Oh no, I got him with that. Wow, okay. Seriously, don't know what's going on. Yeah, cool. Right, but guys, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter works. You know, these games are good. My brothers used to play this. It was in a place where they used to go and play pool. They had the arcade machine there. Right, let's go to Ryu. Let's just finish with a super. And it got her. Let's now load up the next game. So, Resident Evil. So this, okay. So if you remember on the single SD-RAM video, Resident Evil crashed. Like her head just bopped left and right. Hopefully it's going to start. Okay, this isn't a great sign, right, Emma? Should we wait? Remember, this video's in real time. The first one I edited when I had to go to my daughter's school for parents' evening. This one here, no editing whatsoever, guys. So let me give it a reset and hopefully it will work. Let me whack the start button here and hopefully we'll get some Resident Evil. Okay, all right, okay, here we go. Is it? Are we going to go into game? Is it black screen? Okay, what's going on? Okay, so hey, oh no, okay, we're in. Okay. Speak too soon. Okay, we got like the FMV, and I was saying in the single RAM video, guys, you know, when we had when we took the jump from 16-bit to like 32-bit, right, from like SNES stuff to SNES stuff, and then moving over to SNES stuff, moving over to PlayStation and Sega Saturn. It was nice to see all the videos. Like it was big, you know. It was like, wow, look at that. Absolutely amazing looking at FMVs and everything. I remember at the time being very, very impressed by them. So let's have a look. So she kind of crashed at the beginning of this when they're in a mansion and she's just bopping her head left to right. And I'm wondering whether that's actually going to happen here as well. So here we go. So she kind of goes over to, yeah, that top part here and she just wobbles her head. And that's where it crashed. Here we go. So it just crashed here. She just wobbled. That is all she done. Unless there's something on a Saturn like I need to put a different CD in, because on a PlayStation, Resident Evil 1 was one disc. It was Resident Evil 2 where you had the different the discs for Leon and was it Claire? Oh man, okay. Or was it Jill? You know what? I can't remember. I think no. Yeah, it must have been Jill. Right? Okay. Was it Claire? Can't remember. But play the remake, the Resident Evil 2 remake. The new one is fantastic. Right, guys. Same issue over here. Jill's just nodding her head, right? That's all we're doing. And that's not right, surely. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. Right, okay. So let's now load up the next game, which, we've done Salamander. So let's do Saturn Bomberman Fight. So this is a nice isometric Bomberman. Kind of interesting. Just got to get used to the isometric control. Something I'm not so much... Like, I'm not so used to the isometric controls now. There is a translation of this, and I do hope to look at that later. I just didn't patch it before doing these videos today. Yeah, time's a little bit tight. Unlikely I'll have time for a video tomorrow, but hopefully Saturday I'll have the usual weekly news video. So let's go into battle, because you don't need to learn the lingo to play battle, right? It's like Mr. Bean. If anyone out here has watched Mr. Bean, you know, why is Mr. Bean so successful? Mr. Bean's successful, same as Pink Panther, because you don't need to know the English language. In fact, you don't need any language. Everything is just done. Everything's just done. Oh, what am I doing here? Okay. Okay, here we go. Right, so everything's just, you just watch it and it's done. You watch it, you get the gist of everything that's going on. And that's Bomberman. I mean, it's not really a comparison to Mr. Bean or anything, but... You know, like, you don't need to know the lingo to play it, right? You plant bombs, but in this one, there is a jump button, which is very, very weird. I don't think I've played a Bomberman game before where you're in like a maze and you can jump. It would change the game up, but I don't actually know if I like it. I kind of like Bomberman the way the way Bomberman's always been. You know, you move the objects out of your way by blowing them up. That's Bomberman. But in this one here, you can actually jump, and I'll show you the jump button. I think they just jump in there, but I guess this is Bomberman Fight. Look, I've got a jump button. Awesome. I don't know if it's awesome or not. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm just used to saying awesome a lot. I feel like Kelly out of The Office. For anyone out there that watches The Office, guys, it's a fantastic show. I nearly jumped into the way of the fire. Right, okay. So this is a Bomberman Fight, but it has got a story mode. So some of the Bomberman story modes are good. There was one on, I think, the GBA that I played, and it was kind of like Zelda, man. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it at the time. So right, let's now move on to the next one. Sega Rally Championship. Guys, I absolutely love this game. Just have a look at the timer. Right, what are we on now? Oh, we're on 35 minutes already. Okay. So this video might actually end up being the same time as the other one. So I mean, Sega Rally ran flawlessly on single RAM. So I was hoping to see at least some differences, but there's been no differences yet. Absolutely nothing. The experience has been identical in single RAM or dual RAM. So cool. Okay. Yep. I apologize if sometimes the sound balance isn't right. Like I said, because I'm doing this as a one-off, I'm going straight kind of into it. Some games the sound may vary. I don't mind so much if it's lower. Obviously it'll indicate you that the sound of the game's lower, but sometimes if it goes blasting loud, I'm not a fan of that. Right, guys, I'm going to do a full race on this because you know what, I just love this game, man. Like, it's a wicked game. Right, let's change the view. I always like an outside view. I'm never one that plays from the cockpit. Oh, it feels too fast and too crazy, man. Like playing it like this. This is the view that I like. Yeah, definitely like this. Wow, it just feels so much faster, man. Find it harder. I mean, it's still going at the same speed, but having a look from outside feels, I don't know, it feels a little bit slower, and obviously I can see the turn rather than having a feel for it. I know a lot of people like playing like from the first person view, and it is good. You know, some arcade games, like going in the arcade machine and playing it, but I've always preferred it with a car on the outside, man. Like, I think to play it from the inside, you need to be extra skilled. Let me try it a little bit. Yeah, you definitely need a bit more skill, I find. Wow, but man, does it look good? What? Yeah. Nah, I'm going back there. Can't do it. Can't do it. It's not for me. Man, love it. You know what? There needs to be more arcade style racing games, man. I'm not talking Hot Shots Racing. That was a disappointment. There's a few in the pipeline that look like they're going to be good. But yeah, man, try Sega Rally Championship out. It's fantastic. Right, Shining the Holy Ark. Let's give this a shot now. So this one over here. All right, okay. Okay, need to do that reset thing again. And yes, this is going to be our text heavy game. So we just kind of launch it up, have a look, and just see how it goes. Yeah. All right, let's have a look. Okay, second time. Is this what I'm going to have to do twice? Let's give it another reset. Maybe press start on like the BIOS and everything as soon as it comes through. No, okay. Sorry. Should be looking at my phone when I do a video. Right, okay. So did I have to do this like 3 times as well? Sorry guys, I got a little bit distracted there. I'm not going to look at my phone again. I look at my phone and end up spending too much time looking at it, and I shouldn't do it while I'm doing a video. So this is like a live stream type of video, right? Apart from I'm not live streaming here, I'm just putting the videos out there because I wanted to do the single RAM, then the dual RAM thing kind of separate. So yeah, we'll call you Arthur. Let's just go to end of name and kind of check this out. I do miss kind of doing the live streams. This may have been a good one, but I didn't know if I was going to get interrupted along the way. And definitely the video, yesterday's video with the single sticker RAM, this actually at this point is where I had to go. So I know we've only got 3 more games to go, I think. So yeah, this runs, man. This is text heavy RPG. Let's not do too much of this, and let's move over to the next one. Right, let's move over to the next one. So if you did want to play Shining the Holy Ark, it works, guys. I think this might have been a game. I know I got excited earlier on Lincoln Liver Story, but I think it was Super Tempo that didn't work on the single stick of SD RAM. I'm like 99.9% sure that's the case, and 60% of the time I'm right all the time. So I think this is where we got the black screen, and it might likely be we're going to get the same result here as well. So let's check this, and I did give it a reset. Let's give it a reset. Let's see what happens, and let's have a look. Cool. Okay. Come on. It would be nice to see if there's any differences, but right now, guys, it looks like for the Saturn core, there is zero reason for dual RAM. Like, it's nothing that's required. Only reason for dual RAM is kind of like what I mentioned like earlier. But yeah, single RAM, man, you're good. Like, there's how many games we've done now, right? Let's have a look. So that's the 18th game. Absolutely zero difference. The same game that gives us a black screen is giving us a black screen. This is the game that I love. I just have to put this in there. Like stuff like Bubble Symphony and the Time Bokan series. Yeah, man, it's wicked. It's going to work, right? It's going to work. But we've got to look at how awesome this game is because, well, the game is just awesome. And it's one that always gets asked about, like, what's that game? What was that game you played? So, you know, the Time, let me just bring it up here, Time Bokan series, Bokan to Ipatsu Darubu. Okay, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last bit. It's a bit too difficult to catch, but look how cool it looks from those silhouettes there, the animation, just how the thing looks, man. It's a seriously awesome game. Like, love it. I love games like this. Like these were, yeah, it reminds me of like arcade games, and a lot of the arcade games I played were before this kind of era, you know, and this is when they really got that beef injection. And I remember, you know, seeing stuff that looked this good in the arcade and thinking like, wow, arcades have just really come along. Now, I know I said I'll try and pick the same ones all the time. I picked that one last time. Let me go for, oh, that's a vulture there. Yeah, I've gone for that in a previous video. I don't know, maybe I've tried all of them, right? All right, let's go for the vulture this time. And this is super interesting. Absolutely love it. Now I'm gonna suck at it, but man, the graphics, everything for this game are just wicked. Yeah, just a wicked game, man. Interesting. I need to look it up. I always forget after I do the video, because after I do it, I'm going to go straight into editing, and I need to see if there's like an arcade version of this, and it'll be interesting to see what this is like on emulation. But I'm often finding that if there's a game that's out for the Sega Saturn and it's an arcade game and there's not an FPGA core of it, the Sega Saturn versions are really good. Like something like Bubble Symphony would be an example, or Elevate Action Returns even. Like playing those via MAME or like Final Burn Neo. I prefer playing the Saturn version. They just feel a lot more responsive, man. And this game's just wicked, man. Like wicked. All right. So the last game, the last vehicle that I picked, sorry, was like a ground vehicle. So now I'm a flying vehicle. Let's press the second button. Banging, man, banging. What a cool soundtrack. Bright colors. Lovely kind of 3D effects, you know, when those ducks are flying up and yeah, flying up and they come down. What a great game, guys. Get asked about this all the time. Absolutely love it. Like, what a game, guys. What a game. Right, let's let's see the boss, and let me let the boss like destroy me. But look how good those ducks look. Absolutely love it. Bigger, smaller, everything there. Here you go. Let's chuck this bomb there. So the other one I wasn't paying too much attention. Kind of need to move up and to the side. Seriously awesome soundtrack, man. What a game. Like, can't praise this game enough. Absolutely love it. And this is one of the things that I love about the MiSTer, man. It just introduces me to so many games that I have otherwise missed. Yeah, I absolutely love that about the system. Whether it's an arcade game, it doesn't matter what it is, an arcade game, a console game. I mean, I never would have played the Saturn or gotten into it if it wasn't for MiSTer. N64 I was familiar with. But yeah, Saturn definitely not. I've learned and played Saturn on a MiSTer. So X-Men versus Street Fighter. Right, this definitely crashed. In fact, I had to kind of turn the sound down. So let me make sure if that happens, I don't deafen you guys with it. But let's finish off with this. And if it crashes, I'll do exactly what I did in the single RAM video. I'll go over to the same game, and we'll just kind of discuss the final part of this video, guys. Right, okay. It'd be nice. Let's see if this works on dual RAM, right? Is there any advantages to dual RAM? This video has shown us as far as the Saturn core goes, I picked 20 games. In the 20 games that I picked, there's absolutely zero advantages. Now, I probably could have consulted the wiki to see which ones ran better or not, but I kind of picked games based on what people were discussing over in the Discord. Credit to everyone there. Sorry, I just kind of dropped by and took a few notes yesterday for this video. And just games that I wanted to see for myself. And in those ones there, guys, yeah, there's nothing, guys. Seriously, like there is zero reason at the moment. But this might change in the future, right? This may well change in the future. So who did I pick in here, right? So I likely went, oh no, did I go? Oh no, I went Chun-Li in this. Oh yeah, that's it. I went Chun-Li and Storm. That's what I went. And I pressed the same button. I pressed like my light kick to do it. And I'll probably pick normal because I probably spammed the button and I didn't do turbo, right? But turbo is the right way to play it. Now let's see if it crashes, because did this crash in the game? Okay, we're in game. It crashed at some point. It definitely crashed. So, oh, here we go. So they're exactly the same, guys. Let me just turn that down a bit so it doesn't do your ears in. So that's exactly the game. It's the same. The game started and it crashed. So let's round up by putting on something a little bit pleasant, a little bit of Bubble Symphony. I won't play it, but you know, it's at a bubble universe. It looks good. It looks great. What's going on here? Why is that not loading? Right, let's load it again. All right, let's do a reset and see what happens. I think it loaded up first time when I did it. When I tried to load Bubble Symphony after the X-Men crash. Okay, that's loaded up now, guys. All right, well, you know what? That was it for this video. 20 games tested on single SD RAM in the previous video. This video tested a dual RAM setup that Mr. Mr. Addons sorted me out. Big shout out to Mr. Addons. Do check them out. They're awesome. I like them. They're a friend and they got a good business. Yeah, so this is Bubble Symphony. Absolutely love it. So guys, yeah, there's no advantages. In the 20 games I picked, zero advantages. If you know, if you were thinking of upgrading for the Saturn core, I can't see any reason to. But that's it for this video, guys. Wanted to do it just to kind of experiment to see if there were any differences. Clearly there weren't. Anyway, take care of yourself, take care of each other. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what? A subscription and a like is always super appreciated. Be good to one another, guys. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.